So, quick update on this 2005 military police bike. It's a BMW, as I said, 2005 BMW R1150P. It's the authorities model bike. So, as is often the case with these bikes, it's a bit of a lucky dip when you buy them, whether the wiring harnesses are going to be intact or if somebody else has already been there. And in this case, unfortunately, this bike has been fairly viciously attacked. So let me walk you around what's wrong. So it's good that the crash bars are still here because they often go the first thing that goes in the bin. But what's not so good is that every connector mount on the back has been snapped off, every single one of them. It's an annoyance. I have replacements for these, that's not a problem, but still annoying. True with this as well. What's worse is down here. You can probably see the electrical tape hiding the sins of a previous operator. What that is actually hiding, and I can't even get it out in a minute, is the power that sits up on the side here in two spots used to connect the lighting and siren controller. So that's been chopped, and that's part of the main harness, which means in order to fix this, you got it, we're going to have to pull the main harness out the bike, just like we did on the R1200, and do the whole thing over again, which means the box has got to come out, the inner mudguard's got to come out, all the bodywork, the crash bars, the fuel tank. Basically, we've got to take it right back down to a bare frame, including removing the entire nacelle and the dash cluster, and as I said, pull the tank part out. The other reason this has got to come apart is because up here is where the secondary battery sits. That's the box on the floor just there. That mounts upside down. That bit sits over the top, and there's a secondary harness that connects all of that. On this bike, more electrical tape. They've chopped that as well. So really unfortunate. But this main harness, although the bike runs and does all the stuff that you need it to do as a civilian bike, this is garbage for what we need. Because we literally can't hook any of the good stuff up. So, bit of a problem. Somebody's been to a bit of an effort in here to sort of decommission things fairly roughly. This is only 7,792 Ks, if you can see it. Bit of glare on that. There we go. So it's ex-military police. Really nice bike otherwise. It's been relatively unabused. But unfortunately, the secondary harness here as well has been cut. So it's a whole new harness for this bike. It's a big job. It's 4 days worth of work to get everything off, strip all the bits and pieces out, and put it all back together again. But we've done a few of these. They're all factory parts, so we're not modifying anything. In fact, we're returning it to how it came from the BMW factory with all the bits on it. So there you go. Some of the challenges that we face, as I say, real shame, because otherwise, as you can see, the paintwork's in really good condition. The bike is a runner. It's just had a complete brand new ABS unit installed. Very expensive transaction. So it's the thought of pulling this all apart is a bit sacrilegious, but the customer wants it that way, and I agree. If you're going to do it, you do it properly, and you can't have stuff like that hiding a multitude of sins. It's not even zip tied onto the frame, should be up there. So yeah, we're better to get it done and do it properly. We know it's going to be done right, and we'll actually take care of putting stuff back where it's supposed to go, so the frame stays attached to the harness or vice versa, and all of the bits that are supposed to be secured, like that bolt, which is supposed to have a washer and nut holding this nacelle onto the subframe, we know that all the bits are actually on the bike. So there you go. The things that we deal with sometimes, but all in a day's work, as they say. And once she's done, this one's going to be absolutely fantastic. So stay tuned. Again, this is a 2005 ex-military police BMW R1150RT, and more to come.